I'm filming 2 videos today, and the one that I just did was also inspired by a comment. And this video is also inspired by a comment on my pre-loved Luxe chit chat, where when I shared, that could it be that pre-loved is not as love? You have less affinity to it. And there was this comment that made me think, potentially, maybe not for all of us, and maybe it applies to a certain personality. The comment was why we don't love our pre-loved items as much. It's because we don't have to work so hard for it. So again, I know some of you are gonna be like, what? No, I know, but hear me out, just hear my thoughts out. Because I was thinking about it and I thought, there is some psyche to this. I did this personality test, and this personality test made me answer 90 questions and did not tell me my personality. They insisted that I pay $1 to tell me my personality. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that because you just cheated me on my 90 question time. But the reason I did that was I was trying to see whether I was a type A, type B, type C, type D personality. Because the type A personality, maybe you who out there watching this, you type A people may resonate with my reasoning to why I do agree that if you didn't work hard for your pre-loved item, you value it less. So I'm speaking to the type A people, and the rest of you who are not type A, but type A people are those that are really competitive. They cannot lose. They are always on the go. They are a little bit more like, they are the leaders, they're the directors, they are just the go-getters. They're type A, everything is have to be perfect, not a bit perfect, but have to be perfect. They're the OCD group. I feel like I used to be type A personality when I was younger. A bit of a high achiever, always competitive against myself, against my brother. But I also had this lazy side, and I think maybe after all that just chugging, I gave up. This type A person just flattened, and now I'm not a type A anymore. I think type A people, because you got the pre-loved item easily, it's not a challenge for you to chase for it, compete for it, get awarded by it like an Hermes, right? Therefore, you may, okay, I'm not saying all of you, but I feel like the type A ones would resonate with this whole, I don't like it as much. So maybe once you get that pre-loved item, you grab the deal quickly because you're competitive, right? You're like, oh, got it, great deal. But you're just as fast to just throw it off again, because to you, that deal was just a chase, and that's it. So you type A, again, I'm going to see all these type A people go like, no! But type A, I feel like you're the ones that are going to let go of your pre-loved items more easily than the rest of us. So with pre-love, I also feel there's you can segregate pre-loved as well. All right, so I'm going to do it like this. Just hear me out, because my brain's a little scattered with all this thinking, thought process. If I can just do this kind of processing for my work, I think I will be type AA. But anyway, because I like luxury. So there's going to be 2 types of pre-loved. Now there's going to be the ones that are, I'll group them. Category A, which is the brand new, literally untouched or like new. So this stuff. And then there's going to be the really pre-loved, super used. It's not excellent condition. Maybe it's good condition. So just between these 2, I'm sure some of you already put a value that you're going to have more perceived value. So this is brand new, okay? Brand new. Even though it's sold by a reseller, it's brand new. You will immediately have a higher value to it. Whereas those that's used, you've already discounted it somehow. How much depends on you, whether you like it. Now, I'm going to take Hermes out of this equation, and I'll talk about Hermes later. Just Hermes, put it aside, every other brand. So every other LV, Fendi, Dior, Chanel, just the luxe brands. So let's not go to contemporary, just a luxe brand. Just take these and you put brand new LV, brand new Chanel, brand new, and then you've got the pre-loved, same brands, all of this. So now that you got these 2 categories, hold that in your mind, and let's just talk about the business of these brands. LV, Chanel, Fendi, Dior, all of these brands, you can pretty much walk into the store and get a bag. right? You can buy any bag. It doesn't have to be any of these like preloved, but you can go in and buy any bag that you want there and then. There is no scarcity. So I think the psyche is because there is abundance, that you can always just walk in anytime. If you're not picky, you can get a bag. So there's no urgency and there's no rush for it. Occasionally, okay, these brands will do some limited edition launches, and just for that short period of time, there's going to be that urgency. But on the most part, it is abundant, right, for us. So when you go to the resale market and you see it, so again, I'm talking to type A people, when you go to the resale market, there is no competition for you, right? Even at the store part, right? So at the retail, there's no competition for you. So when you go to the resale market, I feel like it almost seemed like I'm going to say it, okay, like discarded, all right? Discarded. Somebody bought it because there was no competition in the beginning. In the resale market, that price reflects it. You can, for the brand new items, untouched, it's almost at par of the retail or just slightly lower. It's going to be just around there. And therefore, when we look at it in that psyche, because there's abundance, even retail, there's no affinity. There's like, there's no chase, there's no competition. I can pick it anytime. And again, in the resale, abundance as well. Then for the pre-love, oh my gosh, for the type A, you're like, somebody discarded it. Now I have to pick it up. And therefore, if you do pick it up because maybe it's such a great deal, like, oh my gosh, it's half the price, 30% of the price, you're tempted because, again, you're competitive, right? You're gonna grab it. But when it comes to your home and you take it, you enjoy it for that bit, but you lose interest so fast because you never held value to it. It feels like somebody didn't want it and now I have to say, I don't wanna. So you let it go as fast. So that's just for the LV and the Chanel's and all the other brands. Now, Hermes, on the other hand, is a super interesting market, which is why I see if you are type A, you still feel like you're getting a good deal when you pay more for the resale market. So again, now we just throw away all the brands and we just talk about Hermes, okay? So Hermes, two types. Brand new, spanking new, none untouched or just used once. It's literally new. And then you've got the pre-loved, used 10 years ago, still hanging around, decent condition, used lah. So two types per Hermes. And now let's look at the retail in Hermes. You cannot walk into the store. For BKC, so the quota bags. The non-quota bags is a totally different thing, but we'll come to that. So quota bags, because you cannot walk into the store, there is the challenge to get it. There is the whole, I gotta work hard for it. I have to work hard. I have to pay my dues. I have to know that there's so much like loops and turns. It's really competitive. It's really challenging. So when you get it at the retail store, it really feels like a trophy for type A's. But then when they sell it in the resale market, they are not gonna just sell it at retail price. They're gonna sell it higher, right? They're gonna sell it whatever they paid for it. They're gonna make sure because they need to get something back. But then in the resale market, the type A's that may not want to go into the store, they're going to still see, oh my gosh, I got this great deal, brand new outside the store. You're willing to pay a higher price, that perceived value. I mean, you could have gotten the same brand new LV bag, but you're not willing because you know there's abundance, there's no challenge. But here you feel like you got a great deal, even though you're paying 50% more, 90% more than the retail price, because you feel like you beat the retail store. There's this grab. And then when you have it in your possession, type A, there's value, you hold value to it. And unlike the other brands, you don't discard it as much. So Hermes, to me, is a totally different ballgame when it comes to the psyche of value or perceived value. Then the pre-loved stuff, the same. They don't really drop very much. Used condition, you look at it, it's like, oh my gosh, it's still selling for decent price. And it still feels like a great deal. It's crazy. It's crazy, right? It feels like a great deal that you're getting this really worn out bag for tons of money, probably the retail of what it was 10 years ago. And you will feel, oh my gosh, it's a great deal, and you buy it. And when they bring Hermes in to their collection, it feels like, it doesn't feel as discarded as the other brands. That's how I think, okay? Type A people, you can come at me, but that's how I think when it comes to the quota bags. But Hermes non-quota bags, to me, unfortunately, they are treated like either the LVs and the Chanels in the new category. So say a Picotin is one of them, right? When it's taken from the store, because it's more readily available, right? There's less of that chase and the work and that, right? So it's almost like a bit of a discarded bag from Hermes. When they reach the resale market, the brand new ones sell at retail, maybe slightly above, just because it's, I don't know, maybe a little bit, maybe for the color or something like that, or it may be even under. And because it's not chaseable in the store, Type A's also don't feel like, oh my gosh, I don't love it as much. I don't like my Picotin as much. I don't like, because easy to get, easy to get. And again, and if you have that same non-quota bags, when they're used and abused and all of that, it's the same as the LVs and the Chanels and all of that. It's priced appropriately, 50% off, 30% off. And when they bring it in, I'm pretty sure, and you Type A people can come at me, but you can tell me, I'm pretty sure you let them go pretty fast as well. So I've put some thought to this, because I feel like this psychology of we didn't work so hard for it will apply to a certain group of people, a certain type of character. Because I know I read in the comments as well of that video that some of you said, no, I really love my pre-loved items. And you're not Type A. You are not Type A at all. I really think there is a group that feels, and because I brought that up. I brought that video up to say that I don't know, because I still keep a bit of a label to my pre-loved items, because I used to be Type A. I used to have this feeling that there was no chase. There was no competition to it. And I don't love it less, but I regard it as not the same, because I have this, a little bit of this. It's gone down, but it's still there, right? It's can't get rid of it entirely. So anyway, what do you think of my theory? Girl, put some thought into it. I know I'm generalizing, so it's really just a little chit chat and we're just poking fun at the Type A people. But you know, we all have different little characteristics, and there's nothing wrong with it. In fact, they keep the economy running, because they're like, I want it, I want it. And it's like, ooh, new bag in the ecosystem, which is great, And I just find it to be fascinating that we need that difficulty. We need that push, that competition to make something valuable. Again, I'm not saying there's any similarities. But I take this as how I play with my Natto baby, my Natto girl. Because I would buy her new toys, right? All these new toys. And when the new shiny thing comes, she's definitely Type A, okay? When I buy her a new toy, and she will go nuts over it. She'll be like, rah, rah, and she'll just play with it the longest time. Or not longest, sorry. Like a week. And then it will be discarded at the corner of the house. And I'll be like, oh my God, I paid $40 for that. And I'll have to hide it for a while, wash away all that saliva smell for like months, and I'll take it out. She's like, oh, new shiny thing again. And because she forgets. But it's this whole, because it's like a new resource, it's a new thing in her eyes. And for that moment, she likes it. But after that, she's like, I don't want it anymore because I played already. Like, give me a new one, mommy. Or, unlike new toys, when I have something in my hand, say I'm holding this old toy, but because I have it, it's like she needs to get it from me. She needs it. She's like, I need it. And she will take it from me. But once it's hers, she's like, it's not fun anymore. I can't chase her. There's no competition. There's nobody like, you know, taking it from me, and she discards it. My dog's type A. My dog's totally type A. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the extra little tidbit at the end. But if you enjoyed today's little crazy chit chat, I hope you give this a thumbs up. Remember, it's just a chit chat. I'm not saying anything. It will pass by my ears. We'll forget about it tomorrow. But I hope you had some fun. And if you did, don't forget to subscribe as well, because I am on a roll. I'm committed and I'll keep going. But I feel like I'm tapering off. So encouragement from all of you will be greatly appreciated. But anyway, if you enjoyed it, please do help me out. And yeah, I will see you in tomorrow's video. And yeah, stay safe till then. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.